Hey, cigar lovers, this is Roger with Belvedere Cigar Lounge in Lawnside, New Jersey, and today for our Smoke and Spirit review, I'm joined by the one and only Cigar Diva. She has graced us with her presence, and we're happy to have her here. So today we'll be reviewing the Liga Privada T52 by Drew Estate. This is actually the first time I've smoked this cigar, and this is a big day for me, Cigar Diva, because this is one of our most requested cigars easily. For about a month now, all I've been hearing from our members is when are we getting more Liga Privada T52s? For all of you out there watching, we just got a bunch of them in. Stop by the lounge and grab one of your favorite cigars or try something new like me. I have to say, and I'm going to ask your thoughts on the cigar, but off the top of my head, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's smoking beautifully. We both lit up, and the cigar just continued smoking for a matter of moments. And that's actually key because this is a delicate cigar. You don't want to over smoke it and ruin it by singeing the inside. I'm getting a lot of black pepper, which I happen to really like. It has a Nicaraguan filler with some nice spice notes. There's Dominican and Brazilian tobacco in there as well, so it's a nice blend. I'm really enjoying this Makoto whiskey. It's 23-year age, very smooth. I think they complement each other well. As much black pepper as this is a little bit sweeter. I'm getting vanilla, caramel, and I really like the sort of silky texture that this whiskey has, and that plays nicely with the sort of earthy, smoky qualities. But enough about what I think. I know you're here to listen to the beautiful Cigar Diva. So, Cigar Diva, what do you think?
I'm actually number one. Congratulations on your first Liga Privada.
It's a big day.
It is a gem. And that's one of the things that I love about Drew Estate and a lot of other of the larger brands, because they've got so much diversity, and the Liga Privada is definitely a winner, especially the T52. And one of the things that I do love about Belvedere so much is that there's always something new to try. Every time I come in, there's something new in the humidor, several new things in the humidor to try. And it ranges from stopping in for your everyday go-to smoke to a special occasion smoke, something like the Upman 175, which I'm hoping that we could try next time for our next pairing. But I do love Liga Privada, and I'm not surprised that there was such a demand to bring it back, because it is a fabulous smoke. Now, what surprises me is I don't get any black pepper.
No?
No.
Wow.
And usually I'm very sensitive to a strong peppery flavor.
Sure.
But with this, I feel more of a nutty, earthy flavor to it, which I love. It's not outright sweet, but it's definitely got that rich nuttiness to it. Being a full-bodied cigar, you're right, it is a very oily wrapper, which always makes for a good smoke.
Absolutely, yeah.
I also V-cut because it's a lot less shrapnel on the jaw.
Well said.
But I know it's blasphemy to say this in a cigar lounge, but usually I am not one for bourbon and whiskey, and I have to say the Makoto is a really pleasant surprise.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got a sweetness to it. Like you said, it's very silky. It definitely coats the tongue. And I can pick up all of the flavor notes of the whiskey. You're right, there's some vanilla in there. It is very silky, but it doesn't at all take away from the cigar itself. So it's a great pairing because we're getting the best of both worlds. The bourbon isn't taking away from the cigar, or vice versa. So I'm getting the full flavor of the T52 and the full flavor of the Makoto. And I love the T52 especially because it's got the Brazilian Mata Fina tobacco as the binder. And I love Mata Fina.
And that's what's causing, correct me if I'm wrong, but that nutty, earthy quality that you were talking about before, that is the Brazilian wrapper, correct?
Binder.
Binder, excuse me.
Yes, the Brazilian binder. And it reminds me a little bit of Ometepe tobacco, but a little bit different. It does give you that smooth creaminess. even though it is a medium to full body cigar, definitely, it's still very nutty and creamy. And I think a lot of people get that mistaken. They think that full body must be harsh or rough or too strong, which couldn't be further from the truth. A lot of cigars are full body or medium to full body, and they're very smooth and they have a great flavor. So
Absolutely.
definitely a great pairing.
Well said. I think they play really nicely together, as I like to say. I'm getting the pepper, the earthiness, the nuttiness from the cigar, and most importantly, I can taste it over the whiskey. I'm sure all you cigar lovers out there are wondering, what can I drink that will allow me to partake in a spirit, but still be able to taste my cigar through, and I think these two work really nicely together.
I think one of the things that makes it work so well is the age of the whiskey, because it is 23 years aged.
Very smooth.
That is going to make it a lot smoother, whereas normally common, shall I say, everyday run-of-the-mill bourbons tend to burn the palate a little bit, and that can take away from your cigar, and that's never a good pairing. A pairing should never take away from one or the other. And so if it weren't Makoto, I might instead try, like you asked if I would be willing to try other whiskeys or bourbons. Yes, definitely, but I might go for a Macallan 15 or 12 or 25
Sure.
as a pairing, because now I know that I prefer the smoother, sweet notes.
So
But-
it can be whiskey, but it's got to be aged and refined.
Aged in, yeah, that's a Diva's whiskey, but the Makoto also has a sweetness to it, and
It
I
does,
don't know
yeah.
if, would the others have that same sweetness and that silkiness that goes so perfectly with the T52.
I think a Scotch like a Macallan, as good as it is, I'm a big Macallan fan, I think it would be overwhelmingly smoky, and that paired with a medium to full-bodied cigar might overwhelm the palate. I think you're right that the refined sweetness of the Makoto kind of balances out the cigar, and that's what makes it such a good pair. So if you've never had the Liga Privada, stop by Belvedere in Lawnside, New Jersey, and try one. If it's one of your old favorites, come get another one because we have them back in stock. If you're looking for a great Japanese whiskey to pair with this cigar, we recommend the Makoto 23. I'm Roger with Belvedere Cigar Lounge. She is, of course, the Cigar Diva, and we want to thank her for stopping by today.
Thank
and we
you.
look forward
It's
to
an honor.
our pleasure. And we look forward to your comments and questions below. And remember to DM us if you have a pairing in mind that you'd like us to review.
Yes, bring up some suggestions of what you might like us to do next, or argue with us. Argue with us in the comments. Tell us what you think
Absolutely.
about Makoto or the T52.
Absolutely. Well, cheers.
Cheers.